Hello everybody, it is me, your boy, Mr.Slowking 64 here, back at it again. Now, I know it has been a little while since I've made a video, and I don't know, I just thought of doing this, so I'm gonna go through all of my Ertl customs and explain a little bit about each of them. So let's start over here. So this first row is Railway Series customs. I am a big Railway Series fan. So first off, we've got Thomas. So this is Thomas. He has a black running board here. And then he has black up here because in real life, I'm pretty sure E2s had that. And I just saw a bunch of like trains models with them, so I like that a lot. I painted his boiler bands red, although it seems like one is chipping off a little bit, so I'll have to repaint that. And on the back here, I painted, so usually on the back here, it is a full square. So I actually made it line up with the rest of his lining and did that. So yeah, there is Thomas. So next we have Edward. So I did the same thing to him as I did Thomas, so black running board. And then his stripes. And then I added a little whistle up there. So yeah, very, very simple. I really like all these Railway Series customs that I did. Okay, next is Henry. So he has a black running board, his stripes, and then these pipes here I painted green. And then I painted his cylinders green with red stripes. And then I painted his side rods silver. So yeah, there's Henry. I plan on adding like a toothpick here to make his windows split like a real Black 5, but I don't know when I'll do that. Next is Gordon. So Gordon is very long. It's just kind of hard to fit in frame, but I did the black running board. Unlike the others, I couldn't just unscrew him, so I actually had to use like masking tape and paint around everything. But yeah, there it is. And then I painted his stripes on. And then I painted his cylinders, both of them. Yeah, there's Gordon. Pretty simple. Okay, next is my favorite custom I've done of my favorite character. It is James in his later livery in the Railway Series. So he has the red roof. He's got his gold stripes. He's got the black running board. He's got the blue stripes, which... Funny story of how this custom came to be. So I have a second James, right? And so what I wanted to do, I wanted to test out how Railway Series James custom would go. So thinking I was using my spare, I went along and did all the lining on him. All of this, which actually I did a pretty good job though. Tender's a little bit meh. And then I realized it was my actual James. So thankfully I didn't mess up or anything, so now I have this beauty in my collection and I'm very, very happy about it. And then next is Percy. So here we got Percy. This is the Percy I've been using for years. The original custom thing I did with this was I painted his boiler and all these parts on him, like his sandboxes and whatever those are, because the person who originally owned it before me painted black over them, so it was like really ugly. So I matched the shade of green as best as I could, and that's what I did. And then recently I went ham on all my engines, and I customized them to look like the Railway Series counterparts. So with Percy, I did his boiler bands, I did his ladders, his cylinders, and the black running board, as well as I think these are like his brakes or something. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, there's Percy. I might add backlining eventually, but I'm not sure. So yeah, there's Percy. And now next, I'll bring in this Toby. So this is my most recent Toby. So he's got the blue and the black. Pretty simple. This is one of my 2 Tobys, and this is my original Railway Series Toby custom. One of the first customs I ever actually made. About 4 years back. There was a video of me making it on my original channel, but sadly, that has passed. Also, thank you guys for 300 subscribers. I literally went from just having 250 subscribers like 10 days ago, and now I have 340. Like, holy crap, you guys are literally amazing. But yeah, that is those 2 Tobys, and now let's move the camera over to this part. Okay, so next we have Duck. So he is like the other Railway Series engines I made. So black running board and everything like that. I added this black right here, because in the TVS it's supposed to be there, but in the Railway Series it's his whole like front, which I might do. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, very, very easy custom to make, and it's one of my favorites. Okay, next. Oh. Boco. So this, I really like Boco's Railway Series design. I even like that he has like a yellow face and everything, or a split face. Funny, here's a fun fact, which isn't maybe so fun. In the Railway Series, Boco has 2 faces. One is fully yellow, and the other one is split yellow and green. But I just prefer his yellow and green face, which I think is his front face. But yeah, so for this, I painted his buffer beam red. I painted back here yellow. I gave him the number D2. I painted all his vents and stuff. And I painted back here yellow. Yeah, that's about it for Boco. Very, very fun custom to make, and one of the best designs in the Railway Series, I'd say. Okay, next are these 2. Bill and Ben, the tank engine twins. So here's Bill. So he's got a number 1. And then he's got a black running board and white buffers. And then here's Ben. He's got a number 2. And then same thing, white buffers, black running board. Oh, and also I fixed their eyes. So they usually look like they're wearing makeup, and they have those really creepy eyes. So I made them like the others, and that turned out really well, so they look pretty good. Okay, next is 16. You would have seen this in my latest remake. Well, not really remake, it's an adaptation of Cab Over Wheels. So this 16, what I did is I gave him hazard stripes on the front and on the back, and I weathered them to make them look all gritty, and I really like how this turned out. Funnily enough, during the filming of Cab Over Wheels, I did a ton of damage to my 16, so I'll have to get a new one, because I don't have any paint that matches 16, so. But when I do get a new one, I will be switching out these the buffer beams, and giving them to my new one, whenever that is. Okay, next, this is also one of my older customs. This one has not been changed since day 1. So this, oh, it's honestly terrible. If I were to redo any custom, it would be this one. So this was originally a paper face James without the face. That's how I got it, and without a funnel. So this funnel is from like a plastic cake toy or something. And then the face is from a Thomas. So I repainted him completely. I gave him red wheels and the lining, and even like a fakey lamp kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really like this custom. Okay, this one's my newest custom, my most recent one. The Murdering Diesel. Yes, that's his name. Don't judge him. So this is my original Diesel model. I got a new one in my newer lot, one of my newest Ertl lots, so I didn't have a need for this one. So I added hazard stripes. I painted on a face. Originally it had a Mavis face, but I didn't like that. I added silver all around him, and this is the Diesel face. I just painted it black so it blends in, because I don't have anything to sand it down right now. So for right now, it's just a black Diesel face. But yeah, there is the Murdering Diesel. Okay, next row. So this right here is old Stuck Up from old Stuck Up. This is made out of a D199. I switched out his numbers, so it's 40125 on all 4 sides, and then I did my own custom livery, kind of. I added dark blue at the top and bottom stripes. I didn't do anything to the back besides the silver buffers. His roof is black, and his face, I painted it like that. I really like the face, and originally I was gonna make James's face pretty similar to this, but that failed. But yeah, so this is old Stuck Up, and hopefully he'll be in another adaptation pretty soon. Hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink. Okay, this is Bluebell. Now at first looks it's just like, oh, you painted Bluebell's running board like slightly red and gave it white buffers, but this is actually a Thomas running board, because when I got it, it was all chewed up. So I painted the top black, I painted his buffers white, and I painted his smoke box door silver. It's not a very hard custom, very simple. Yeah, and now we move on to the narrow gauge engine. So this is my Railway Series Skylowy. So he's got the blue lining. As you can see, he's got the gold dome. That's his filler cap, so I gave it a black outline, and I gave him silver buffers and silver side rods. I really like this custom. I'm hoping to do red versions of Peter, Sam, and Sir Handel very soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And now we have Railway Series Rheneas. Just the blue lining and the silver side rods, but also I added a gold dome, which technically isn't Railway Series accurate because he lost the gold dome and it was painted red. But I prefer the gold. It just makes him look more close to Skylowy, so I prefer that, and I really like it. Yeah, here's a fun fact for everyone. The Ertl models of almost all of the narrow gauge engines is, they're all based off their Railway Series counterparts with TVS faces and paint jobs, so that's pretty cool. Okay, next is Rusty. So I've painted him black, and I gave him his name and his number. The yellow paint I used was not agreeing with me, so it kind of created this effect. This was a pretty fun custom to make. I really like all the Railway Series designs. And speaking of which, I actually forgot to put one of them here, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, but here's the next one. It's Railway Series Duke. So, this I just painted like red on the side and on the tender, and I took my own kind of style and I painted this pipe black. It's not supposed to be black, but I think it looks a lot better. And I painted his running board black, and in between the tender and the cab black. Yeah, it was really simple, and I actually really liked it. So yeah, there's Dookie. Okay, next, this one was a very fun one. This is Bulgy after he gets stuck, after he's turned into a hen house. So, his tire fell off, but what I made it mostly based off his Railway Series illustration. But yeah, so he's got tarps all over him, broken windows. There's just some wood planking there. He's leaning on one side completely because the tire's supposed to be like that. And then, like, his sign's falling off. This is a really neat custom to make. And, yeah, I don't know, it turned out pretty good. And I even tried to scrunch up the tissue paper that I used for his tarps to make them look like actual tarps. Here's Bulgy. Okay, next, this is gonna be a nice simple one. Actually, no, wait, this was my newest custom. I don't know why I said the murdering diesel was. It's not complete or anything, but it's Black James before he gets turned into a mogul, which means he doesn't have his front wheel. So I shortened the running board, and I glued it together, and then I painted him black with the red stripes. So yeah, that's pretty simple. And next we have, I've always said I've never liked original characters, but I had to do this. You've probably seen this in my Cab Over Wheels adaptation too. So this is NCB. His name is literally National Coal Board. That is his name. His name is National Coal Board. So this is just a Percy with some extra lining and pretty bad red stripes. And then hazard stripes on the front and back. As well as this face, which I really, really like this face. Yeah, so that's National Coal Board. So let's move on to the second row, which is TV series only. Okay, for this row, this is literally the only TV series custom I made. It's just Diesel 10, and I painted his claw a darker brown, and I painted up there black, and I kind of just did a little bit of detailing on the claw. That's about it. Very simple. Okay, that's literally the only TVS character. Actually, that's not true, but we'll get to him later. So next one is Birdie. This is all I did. I just added eyebrows because he needs eyebrows. So that's Birdie. And then next we've got Terrence, which I just added black in there because it's supposed to be very simple. Okay, next we've got TV series Toad. So here he's got his correct number. It says 16 ton on the side, and he's got the white lining. And I repainted his face so it looks less huge and terrifying. And then I painted on the back and the front, I painted that part black. Okay, so next we've got, well, let me just move some of these guys out of the way. Okay, next we've got the Quarryman's Coach, which wasn't seen in the Railway series or TV series. This was on Audrey's Model Railway. So this would have gone with Toby. This is the Quarryman's Coach. So it's just got NW, it's got these specific windows and silver buffers. It's made out of a Henrietta, obviously. But yeah, there isn't too much information on this, but I just really like the look of it. And yeah, so you'll probably be seeing Toby pulling this around as well as his Henrietta. So yeah, and next we've got Fred Pelhay, the coal truck. So this is just a Troublesome truck that I painted up orange and painted his face. He's got buck teeth. Yeah, very simple custom. It was very fun to make. Yeah, you probably have seen him from his wooden railway model. but he was in one illustration from Toad Stands By. So yeah, there's Fred. Okay, next we've got an HO to Ertl conversion. This is a Bachmann salt van that I put on a Ertl tanker chassis. And it's got a Bachmann Troublesome Truck 3 face on it. So yeah, this is very simple to make. There's no glue or anything. It's the back parts right here holding it together. So yeah, I really like this. It is bigger than Toad and Toby, so it's like way too tall, but it's whatever. Okay, next is this. This was a pain in the ass. It took an hour. So what I did, I cut up matchsticks, painted them, and then glued them to this. So yeah, it paid off. It looks pretty cool. Though I didn't care about sizing, so they're all different heights, but who cares? Okay, next is just a bunch of Troublesome trucks, so let's move over. So these two are just painted up, so the black on them has been painted. That is it. That's them. Okay, these next two are weathered. So they've got a bunch of weathering on them. Yeah, they're pretty simple, and they look pretty good. And I just did this because I was really bored. And now, the last four, because they're all in the same group, these guys I've cut the tops out of. So, they can pull or hold anything. So, as demonstrated by this guy, these are just glued together. So there's no screws or anything, they're just super glued together. And then they're also painted up to be like all the others. So yeah, that's all of them. That's all the customs I've made. And mostly over this year, all of these guys have died, which is so sad. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for 300 subscribers. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Peace.